So we have precautions on the boat, and the following should be observed. It's very important to bear in our minds that on the water, a life jacket is always a lifesaver. And I'm also requesting that we don't smoke for the next 2 hours. And in case you've got any litter, plastic or polythene, let's dispose it very well. We have a trash bin on the upper deck and a trash bin on the lower deck. And in case you're coming or walking down the steps of the boat, it's very good to hold the rails and watch up, not to hit your head on that metal. So we are at the Kazinga channel, and it is a natural channel as a result of a tectonic force called faulting. And the depth of this channel is 8 to 12 meters deep, and the length is 40 kilometers, connecting two lakes, Lake George in the northeastern side of the park to Lake Edward, which is in the western side of the park. So on our today's afternoon boat cruise, we'll be cruising towards Lake Edward because that's where we expect more of the attractions. And at the moment, you are in Queen Elizabeth National Park. The second largest national park in Uganda is 1,978 square kilometers. A national park of the 95 to 100 mammal species, 612 to 640 species of birds, 35 reptile species, as well as 9 primate species. We are a national park known to be a man and biosphere reserve. And the title biosphere was given to us by UNESCO in 1979, looking at how closely people relate with nature. So in total, we have 11 fishing villages inside this park. So on our boat cruise today in the afternoon, Kazinga, and you'll see how freely people interact with nature in harmony without harming each other. And it is not a yesterday's event. It has been time memorial that this has been happening before this park was gazetted as a national park. Something very important to share with you also is that this national park is a national park of the big 4 animals, who are the African elephants, the lions, the leopards, and the buffaloes, with the exception of the rhinos that were once here, but they were poached and killed to extinction because of their rhino horn market demand in international markets. So at the moment, we no longer have rhinos in the wild. The few that we have in the country has been the efforts of Uganda Wildlife Authority in partnership with the Rhino Fund Project that we have them in a sanctuary called Ziwa. At the 2 hours, I'll be in position to explain to you the ecology and the ecosystem functioning of how species interact on the channel. adult. Yeah, that can be an old one. You know, genetically, not all of them will be huge. Same one. When you find it alone, know that it is an old one, but of that size. Because of the elephant and the female can eat the man. So you find that
Hi, how are you? What's your name? Sorry?
My name is Alice.
Alice? Where do you come from? Can you increase a little bit?
I come from Uganda and the part I come from the central part of Uganda.
Yes. Why are you here?
Here as an intern, be a guide, safari guide in Elizabeth National Park.
Yes. You're doing tourism.
Yes.
Which year?
This is the last year. That's why I'm here.
So why did you choose tourism?
Tourism is quite an interesting course because you get a chance to travel all over the world, all over the country. You get to know the wildlife of the country.
So tell us a little bit about here we are, Queen Elizabeth, just anything.
Queen Elizabeth is the second largest national park we have in Uganda. Queen Elizabeth has got a quite of wildlife species, birds, animals, butterflies. There are over 612 birds and over 35 species of mammals. And the butterflies are quite very many.
Okay. So how long is your internship lasting?
My internship is going to last for 3 months.
3 months. So what are your expectations within all the 3 months?
My expectations within these 3 months is to know
the ecosystem,
Queen Elizabeth, all its diversity, the biodiversity of it, the wildlife in it, everything about this national park, so that I can be able to explain to someone what is in Queen Elizabeth National Park and what they can expect to find.
Then after your graduation, what are you going to do then?
I'm going to join a tour company to tour people around probably.
Yes. Okay, so do you have any message to tell the whole Ugandans, Africa, and the whole world?
No? Pardon?
Do you have any message to tell the Ugandans, Africans, or the whole world?
The message that I have for the whole world: let's engage ourselves in tourism and adventure so that we can learn more about other places, not only Uganda. And for the Ugandans, let's support the domestic tourism that we have got because it's quite interesting and it's affordable for everyone.
how big is this Queen Elizabeth?
Queen Elizabeth is 1,978 square kilometers.
Okay.
And it is the national park of the 95 mammal species, 612 to 640 species of birds, 35 reptile species, as well as 9 primate species.
So what makes Queen Elizabeth beauty?
Queen Elizabeth National Park is one of the beautiful national parks that has got a unique name. We call it a medley of wonders. And when we say medley of wonders, it is because of the variety of activities that you can do in this park, ranging from boat cruise to birding, to lion tracking, to leopard tracking, to chimpanzee tracking, to mongoose tracking, to scenery viewing, and famously known to be a national park of the tree climbing lions.
Yes.
So that makes Queen Elizabeth National Park one of the most visited national parks in Uganda. At the same time, one of the national parks where you will find lions that climb trees.
For which business?
Normally, lions climb trees because that's when they spotted the prey. They want to look at animals to hunt. But at the same time, lions climb trees because that is one way how they cool themselves. You know, they don't have sweat glands. They sweat through the mouth, what we call panting. So as lions climb high, as the saying states, that the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. Then the coolness of the atmosphere when they're in the trees cool and their heartbeats are normalized. But at the same time, lions climb because they get what we call a vantage point from the comfort and the nature of the trees they like most.
Yes.
Who are called the fig trees.
Yes. So my last question is, why should everyone visit here? Ugandans, Africans, or the whole world? Why are you visiting here?
They visit this park because of its beauty. And another thing why they visit this park most, it is more in the middle. When you're going to Bwindi, you pass in Queen. If you're going to Rwenzori, you pass in Queen. If you're going to Chibale, you pass in Queen. If you're going to Murchison Falls, you pass in Queen. If you're going to Lake Mburo National Park, you pass in Queen Elizabeth. So being at the center and being with the number of attractions and activities, that is one way why every visitor doesn't miss to come and look at the flora and fauna within Queen Elizabeth National Park.
Thank you.
You're welcome, please.